Before we rush into 2026, I want to pause and reflect. Not fix, not try harder, not do more. Just reflect on what 2025 has been and look towards 2026 and how I want to live my life. So if you've got a notebook, I invite you to come and journal with me. Come on. So I'll guide you through this with 3 prompts, and at the end I'll show you a way to stay focused for next year too, so stay tuned for that. You can pause this video at any time, and just remember, no perfections required. All messy, all showing up real and raw here. Okay, so there's one more thing to say really, is within these 3 prompts, you might want to think around all the different areas of your life, all the different hats you wear. You personally, you as a wife, you as a parent, you know, your relationships, money, health, all these things you might want to be thinking about when we go into each of the 3 questions. Okay, let's go. So the first one is, what did you do well in 2025? This is massive. We do this as a family most nights as part of our 4 questions before bedtime or at bedtime. So what are you proud of for that day? You might want to do this every week, but this today is about reflecting on 2025. So what have you done in 2025 that you're proud of, or what went well? We often don't think about that. We often beat ourselves up, especially as mums. What I haven't done right, what I haven't done well, what's not good enough, why I'm not good enough. So this question really delves into, what have you done well? What are you going to keep? So if you've done something well in 2025, you're going to keep it, right? Not everything needs to be thrown out. Okay, and that's a really big part of this. So question 1 in your journal, I've got mine here. Question 1, what did you do well in 2025? So I'll give you some time to write that down. I'm going to do the same. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. How was that? So we move on now to number 2. And number 2's prompt is, what do you want to let go of in 2026? What do you want to let go of in 2026? So this could be habits, reactions, patterns, coping mechanisms that haven't served you well. You know, we talk about in mindfulness responding rather than reacting. So where, you know, when you've been triggered, what's your behaviour been like? Maybe that's something you want to let go of in 2026. Any distractions, you know, behavioural patterns that you want to let go of. Do you reach for drink? Do you reach for chocolate? Those kind of things, just to give you some ideas. So with number 2, what do you want to let go of in 2026? Let's go. So that was number 2. How was that for you? Now we move on to number 3. What do you want to bring in for 2026? So I'm just going to write that down. What do you want to bring in? So what do you want to bring in 2026? So for this, it doesn't have to be like a goal, you know, very masculine sounding goal. Let's do this by this time, and it's da-da-da-da-da. We can bring some feminine into our goals. We can call them intentions. We can call them, you know, just ways in how you want to live your life, basically, rather than hard and fast goals. So how do you want to live your life in 2026? That's what you're going to bring in. So it's not just achievements, it's ways of being. Yeah. So let's go with that one. So how did you find number 3? How did you find all of them? Were some easier than the others? Was it easier to say what you wanted to let go of? Maybe you were a bit more, it was easier to be more critical, perhaps? Is it easier to bring things in and focus on your intentions? Let me know in the comments how you're finding it. So I'll share a few with you of what I've got. Please drop them in the comments if you're happy to do that. So what did I do well in 2025? Well, if you've been following this channel, it's been quite a stressful time, I won't lie. And mindfulness has helped when I've started to get overwhelmed with the stress. So we have had this house sale that's gone on all year, like literally January of last year till December of last year. So getting through that, like, you know, in the situation that we were in, hubby working away, I'm home educating, dealing with this house sale, dealing with the plans to move and travel. So, you know, I don't think we could have really done it any better. Being mindful, communicating well, acknowledging the difficulties, working through it together as a connected family. I think that's something to be proud of, you know. It feels weird to say that. It feels weird to big yourself up, and that's what this exercise is about. It's showing where you are doing good, giving yourself that pat on the back, because we can't rely on other people to give it, right? So getting through that house sale and the stresses that accompanied it. Again, if you followed the channel, you'll know that we waited 2 years to get my daughter's teeth out. We waited 2 years on the NHS. That was a very stressful time. Again, I had to push for that. I was on the phone, I was doing emails, we tried to go private. Again, a lot of stress amongst everything else I just said. So it was, again, you know, my determination as a mum, getting through. And this channel, you know, keeping showing up, you know, just keep showing up and doing this because I love it. So that's my number 1. Number 2, what do you want to let go of in 2026? So again, there's no shame here. This is a safe space, no shame, no guilt. This is what mindfulness is. All our feelings are what they are. They're just feelings to work with and to teach us. I am a bit of a shouty parent. I was brought up that way. I wasn't brought up with gentle parenting, conscious parenting, mindful parenting, however you want to call it. So mindfulness has brought me to that. Just learning mindfulness tools and those tools helping me through a number of griefs, a number of bereavements that I had and grieving, has given me the tools so that I've then adapted it to my family life and parenting. So I wouldn't say I'm any expert whatsoever on conscious parenting, but I know some tools and I'm trying to use them as best I can. So, you know, what do I want to let go of? I want to let go of shouting when I'm triggered. Yeah, shouting when I'm triggered. I want to let go of that. And that shows up for me in when I'm triggered, it's to do with when I'm stressed and when I'm tired. So that's what it is for me. It's probably strong for me to use the term addiction. I don't think I'm addicted to my phone, but I definitely want to let go of being on it as much as I am. So of course, being a creator, we are on our phones and on our devices for work, right? So that's a given. Be the creator, not the consumer, you might say, some say. But I want to just not be on it as much. You know, someone walks out the room, do you pick it up? Is it your first instinct to just pick up that phone? Do people even know, do young kids even know what people watching is? Because as soon as your friend goes to the toilet, you're on your phone. You're not people watching. We used to do that. So just being on the phone less, that's what I want to let go of, being on the phone all the time. And my behaviour pattern that I want to let go of is when I'm stressed, I go and reach for chocolate. So yeah, that's something to let go of. So there's 3 things. And my number three thing is, what do you want to bring in 2026? It is to have more presence. So being a mindfulness teacher, learning the value of present living it just helps with space in your head. And that's what I want to do. And it helps with connection. So I want to live with more presence, and especially with my kids. We're doing what we're doing. We're leaving the UK. We're travelling as a family to be together more, to have more connection. And I think going forward in 2026, we're going to see that hopefully ramp up and be that connected, present family most of the time. So watch this space. But that's something that I want this playlist to be accountable to me for, to show up and say, I wasn't very present with my kids today. I wasn't very present today. I was shouting, I was triggered. And so my intention going into 2026 is to have more presence, especially with my kids. I want to increase times of silence. So instead of reaching for the phone, I want to actually have silence, because when you're around your family all the time, young kids, possible neurodivergence in there, there's very little silence. So I try and get up in the morning and do some meditation, do some exercise, have some me time, because that's all I get. And I need to go, I'm an early bird, so I need to go to bed at night, like around 10, so I can get up early. I can easily get up at 5:30 in the morning and get my time. So I want to do more of that. Because we've been moving around and things, and I've been working late into the night, I haven't been getting that morning start to set me up. So yeah, increased times of silence, not just in the morning, but throughout the day. You know, if your kids are outside, if I've got a moment to myself, don't just go on the phone, just sit in silence and do nothing. I actually did a Mindful Monday short on that. So that was something for the week ahead to focus on. And I've got here, better nervous system regulation. And what I mean by that is, you might have seen in some of my videos, I've talked about the polyvagal theory. And that's sort of being in that fight-flight mode, and then coming in the freeze mode, and then coming into the polyvagal, which is where you're safe, secure, connected, doing the things that make you feel those things. So I want to bring that into my life a bit more, so I'm not in the other 2 phases as much. And I want to learn a bit more about the polyvagal theory, and then I can pass that on to you as well. More connection. How I want to have that is to listen more. So I have a YouTube channel. I love to talk, but I need to listen more too. You know, the thing is, when we talk a lot, we already know what we're saying. So we're not learning anything. We're just verbalizing what's in there. When we listen, we actually learn more and we connect more. And that person feels good by being around you. They feel seen and heard, and you get connection. So I really want to do that in 2026 a lot more. And I want to live more in simplicity. I want to live more in simplicity, more simple life. There's nothing wrong with living simply. We are kind of accustomed to, or programmed to, however you want to say it, to living this busy life, you know. We've just had Christmas. If someone asks you, have you had a good Christmas? Oh yeah, it was just quiet. Have you ever said that? Or have you ever heard people say that? Yeah, it was just a quiet one. We just had a quiet one. As if it's nothing to brag about, nothing to boast about. It's all right to have a quiet one. It's good. It's a good thing to have a quiet one. You've had a busy year, no doubt. So resting in winter, when it's pitch black, it's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to rest and recoup. So it's okay to say, I didn't do a lot. That's all right, especially in these winter months. But it's also all right with your life. If you want to live a life of simplicity, without stuff, without things, without belongings, without the fancy cars, all that stuff that we know doesn't bring us happiness, and if you want to live that way, that's fine. Allow that. Show up for it. It's okay. And it's okay what other people think as well. Let them judge if that's what they want to do. So that's my 3. Like I said, jot down what your 3 are in the comments. That would be great, so we could get a little bit of, we can work off each other doing that. The last thing I just want to say, like I said at the beginning, about focusing, this can help you focus. So 2 things. What one word, now you've done this reflection, what one word can you put on 2025? If you had to put one word on how 2025 went for you, how you felt, how it showed up, how you showed up, what would it be? So you can jot those in the comments as well. My 2025 word is, and jot that in the comments. Mine would have to be perseverance. Definitely persevering through all those things. And then likewise, what is your word going into 2026? So I haven't thought about that one. Let me think about this one. I'll let you do the same. I think I would say, I don't know, I've got 3. After saying what I've said, I've got 3. I've got simplicity, connection, and presence. I think if I had to pick one, I would go with simplicity. So that's mine. That's the journaling for reflecting on 2025, going and looking ahead into 2026. So drop yours down in the comments, drop your word for 2025, your word for 2026, and let's show up together. So this is going to be the first video going out on my A Year of Living Mindfully playlist. And this is me showing up, being accountable, and also my mindful musings. It's not just going to be what's gone on in the week and things. I also want to just get my thoughts out there as well. So it's a bit of a mindfulness-based vlog around me, my family life, and how I show up, how I intend to show up, like what we've just talked about. But also, you know, things that have happened in the past that have got me to where I am now and the mindset that I've got. So that's what I'm going to do in this playlist. So yeah, I hope it's been useful for you. If you've never journaled before, it's given you a start, and you can do this sort of every week, every month. That's what I struggle to journal every day because I do other things, but to journal on a Sunday night is quite good. You can reflect on the week gone by, and you can put your intentions for the week ahead, and then you can do like a monthly one as well. And I definitely do like a year. I've just done a year one before I went on camera of my reflection of 2025 as a whole. So these are really good to help be mindful, to help with intentions, to help going forward. So I hope it's been of benefit to you. Thanks for watching. Much love. Bye for now.